everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's good to see y'all. And yes, we are talking state of Magic Spellslingers today, and the state of this channel. I really got to tip my hat off to Roxora for being the first to, I think, really say what we've all been thinking, which is Spellslingers dead? And by all I mean people have been playing this game for as long as I have, which goes back to like November of 2022. And I think I started at the end of August in 2022, I want to say. So we're not quite on a year, but we sure are getting close. And I think what Roxora was able to do was kind of help me figure out some of my thoughts, and knowing that I owed the channel and all of the folks who have been with me along this journey a bit of an explanation of where I'm at with this game, my thoughts on the game, and where's this channel and where do I kind of think the game is going. And I'm just going to put a spoiler alert right now. This is not going to be a negative video. This is not going to be a critical video. It really wouldn't be my channel if that were the case. And I truly have, I wouldn't say come full circle, but I've been in a very negative and like a low motivation place when it comes to the game. And I feel like I've had a little bit of my perspective shift, and I think that's also why I really wanted to capture some of my thoughts. Sorry, I have my notes here on the side just to keep me focused. As you know, these videos tend to go long for me. So let me just address first the current state of the channel. Now, looking back at the amount of videos that I've been putting out, clearly there's been a huge difference. Part of that is just real life and my work in social work being incredibly exhausting and very involved. And there are just plenty of days where I'm like, you know what, I just want to either play Spellslingers or play Warforged or something else, and it just not record videos and just not even think about that, because I always wanted them to be, you know, at a pretty high quality with a lot of intentionality behind them. So that's one piece of why I haven't been posting as much. And then the other piece, which I think I alluded to pretty clearly, was that I've just felt really low motivation toward the game and toward specifically creating content, because I've been playing the game and I still, you know, made like top 50 or something on the 100 list that came out, I believe, today. And, you know, I'm sitting here looking at my rank and I'm like, I want to get Mythic. Like, I always feel that at the beginning of a new season. So clearly I'm still playing the game, just to kind of put any of those worries at ease. But I haven't been making content, right? I put up 2 Warforged videos this week. I'm probably going to do a third on drafting within Warforged and what that might look like, because to be honest, I've just found it really refreshing. And I'm really excited for it, and it kind of hits home like this game has. One of the reasons I was really captured by Spellslingers is like they had some of my favorite cards in Spellslingers that referenced my favorite Magic the Gathering cards, right? And kind of the same with Warforged is like I get to see characters and types of soldiers and vehicles and all this sort of stuff that I literally built as models or like, you know, read about. You know, so they both have had a really special kind of attraction for me, and interest for me. And so, you know, I hope that it is a bit of a difference, right? Going from 2 to 3, at least Spellslinger videos a week, to basically nothing for weeks, and going into, you know, a completely different game, which people might be like, I'm not interested in at all. But, you know, I hope that you'll give it a look and give it a try, because I wouldn't put up anything on this channel that I didn't genuinely really find intriguing and something that I honestly really love. And that's also part of why I needed this video to be up, because I've loved being, you know, creating YouTube content, and there were parts of me that really haven't lately. And, you know, I think there's been a bit of a shift. And I think I just wanted to be really clear that the channel is still going to have videos. I think it will probably be a mixture of Warforged and Spellslingers. And I've thought about doing MTG Arena content, but it just doesn't hit the same way. And I think we're probably going to stick with some of these more kind of like short, in the genre of like Hearthstone or like quicker card game types on the channel. Very similar to, Logan plays a lot of different card games, Logan Thorne. I definitely played a lot more than I have, but I do enjoy the different ones that come out from time to time, and Spellslingers really has captured my interest for quite a while, and I think Warpforge is probably going to do a bit of the same. But that is to say, if you were hoping to hear that I would continue with Spellslingers, your hopes have been answered in this way. So, I kind of wanted to start off on that note, and I'll talk a little bit later about my sort of commitment when it comes to content creation, because I think sort of right from borrowing from Roxora, it would feel strange if I didn't acknowledge kind of the elephant in the room and how things have changed for the channel. And speaking of changes, I want to address the game. And, it's no secret that there have not been any changes to the game, no new cards, no balance updates, for I believe it's been 2 months. We may be closing in on 3 months now. And I've actually looked back at some of my old videos of just like and remembering the excitement I was feeling and how many things were changing and all of that. And it just was a different time. And, of course, going from, 2 brand new Planeswalkers, what was it, at the end of February or early March, to no newness at all for nearly 3 months, is going to be a pretty big shift. And I've also played this game at a pretty high level for quite a while, always in like top 20, except for the last 2 months from basically, December on. And so that also changed, that's a different perspective that not everyone's going to share when you're putting so much time and effort into something and used to a certain pace. When that changes, you're going to feel it. And I definitely have been feeling it. But at the same time, I also still made like top 50 because I was just having fun playing RAL. So it's like there's still so many parts of the game I enjoy, and like even just competing a little bit, even if that's just getting, a certain number within the ladder on Mythic. If I feel like doing it, I think I'm still probably going to do it. And even now, looking at my rank, I'm like, oh, I want to get Mythic. And what deck do I want to play? And so, I have my tier list video from April. I still see people checking that out. And, I've been thinking maybe we'll do a little bit of content in that area, because it's always been really, really well received by the community, which I really appreciate. And, there's no secret, whether you're a new player, old player, Garrick is just an incredibly well-rounded and efficient planeswalker. There are absolutely counters to him. Talked about it in the past, whether that be Sarah in particular, or Teferi, or even, honestly, I've been playing some RAL and like don't think that matchup is that bad. So even over time, I've just kind of experimented with more decks, ones that were good, ones that were bad, and there's still some life left in me when it comes to this game. And I think the changes, it's suffice it to say, we've all said anything new would be great. I support all of that. New planeswalkers, new cards, new anything. So I'm not going to harp on that. And I think even if anything doesn't change, I'm still going to play this game. I still really do love this game. And more importantly, I really love the community. Whether it's the MTG LGS Discord that I admin with Tank, and whether you've joined or not, I'm going to make sure there's a Discord link that does not expire. And my apologies, still learning Discord. For those of you who have messaged me and been like, hey man, I can't get in. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to fix that for you for this video. And the main Discord too for the MTG Spellslingers platform. Like even today, I just was seeing people who were like super excited about like, hey, I got top 100 for the first time, or my teammate got top 100, or like, oh my god, Gargamel, who got number 1, got to 4K trophies in a week. I mean, there are some people that are doing some really incredible things who I don't know, who are new to me. And I've definitely taken a step back from some of the Discord work that I used to do and the community building that I used to do. And um, I really feel like I'm now kind of coming on back to where I started, which was a level of excitement and interest in this game because of the community, because of the people that wanted to learn more, and the folks at Clan MTGSS that I spoke with and then tried to grind up to be good enough to join. And I still really, really love being a part of that clan that, I think I got to write an article. I've gotten to put videos out that are on the website, for Team MTGSS. I mean, there's so much I have to be grateful for. And that also includes all the people, all you folks who have stuck with me on YouTube. And I think it's just going to be this community that keeps me invested in this game. And the fact that I saw some people today who are like, oh yeah, I watch LongTim, I watch Logan Thorne. Oh, I have, I want to check out Wushu. I want to check out One Smart Cat. I want to check out Boss of Blades. There's and then people asking like, why isn't there more content? This game is amazing. And it just really puts some stuff in perspective for me of like, Tim, you've been playing this game since November. Not everyone does that. There are people discovering the game, whether that's joining the Discord or just, the fact that like even with the game being built a little slower, I think we still had almost like 300 people in Mythic for this last month. So like people are competing, people are playing. And as long as that's happening, in my mind, I'm not going to say should, but it's like I want to make content. I want for people to be able to learn and have fun and progress, because that's why I started this channel in the first place, is like I wanted to take you along my journey, and I wanted to be a part of a community. And I really haven't been as engaged as I think I should be. And so that kind of speaks to my last point here, which is, what are the next steps for the channel? What are the next steps for the content that's going to be on here? What's that going to look like? How frequent is that going to be? Because I do feel that I owe it to anyone who's tuned in, because there's been such a clear drop off from, I would say, the heydays from like basically December through March, and then how slow April and May have been. And I don't think I want to go into June the same way. So in terms of a commitment, I feel confident that I can commit to one Spellslingers video a week. Now, I know that sounds low, and there were times where I was putting out 5 videos a week. But to be frank, with my work and just where things are at in my life, I don't want to commit to more, because I also don't want to set you all up to be disappointed. Now, if there are more videos, awesome, right? That's going to be like, oh, Tim had a good week or whatever. But I don't want to set it up where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to really try and push for like 3 or 4, or like 1 every other day, because I know right now and potentially in the future, that's not going to be possible for me. But I think, as always, I want to bring a lot of intention to anything I do on this channel, including having this dialogue with you, which is why I've got my little notes. And I feel confident that whether it's putting up like a Spellslingers video each week, and then maybe doing like a Warforged video or some other card game that I'm playing, I think it's reasonable to expect at least one Spellslingers video each week. And I'm going to be evaluating what I want to do. I've had requests that I have not answered, and I have tracked those. So I really do want to get to those. Also, I'm playing in the Mythic League tournament that we started at the MTG LGS Discord. Didn't get knocked out the first round. First time in 2 tournaments that's happened. Or first time in 3 tournaments, rather. And I would love to see more people join that for the end of June. We have a lot of fun, and just like, there's so many people I've met. I really want to shout out Tank. I want to shout out Boss MTG, Teleria, Monman, Karma, Tino, Wushu, One Smart Cat, Zarashi from one of my old clans. I mean, there's so many people. Knight, there's just been such an amazing community, and I want to keep being a part of this community. And I feel like that means making a commitment to bringing content to people who are looking for it, who are excited and interested. And I think that's going to help me really figure out what these videos need to be. Whether it's deep dive videos, meta videos. And meta used to be like, I don't know, my specialty. I felt like I really put so much of myself into those videos, and the meta, does it ebb and flow? Sure, but like without changes, it's not really going to change too much. So I think I'm trying to reevaluate, like, what does it mean to maybe do more deep dive videos, trying new decks, doing more archetype deep dives, whether that's on mid-range, control, or aggro. There's still so much that I can do, and I think it's just a matter of staying motivated, which, you know, I haven't felt for a bit, but I'm starting to feel it. And you know, even just today, reading some of what was going on in the Discord and the excitement and the buzz about the season reset, just kind of brought all of that appreciation and adoration that I have for the game and for the community. So, you know, just to kind of wrap up things, I think in conclusion, you know, we talked about where the channel is at. We've talked about the changes, of course, any changes that I would love to see, and also the community and where I feel that this channel is headed. So just want to thank all of you for sticking with it. And I know there's probably been some frustration or disappointment, whether it's with the game, whether it's been with my channel. But I think we're getting a bit of a second wind. That's what it feels like, at least just for me and the channel. And I think you're going to be seeing the channel and myself a little bit more frequently than you used. Well, I would say much more frequently than one video in a month, which I think was basically May until I put the Warforged videos out. So yeah, I hope you stick with me. Please let me know what you think in the comments, whether it's about the game, the channel, or, you know, anything that you feel like would be helpful for me to know. And we'll keep on trucking. We'll keep on moving forward. Keep on having tournaments. Keep on engaging with the community. Keep on building the community. And I think most important, just having fun. So I think that's all I got for you guys today. And either way, you will be seeing some content pretty soon, whether that's a mixture of Warforged and Spellslingers. I think those are going to be my two main games right now. And I hope you come along for the rest of whatever this ride looks like. So thank you, and I'll catch you next time.